What's up, Portland? This is Joe doing another interview for PortlandMusicLive.com. I'm here with Scott Gilmore, the lead singer and guitarist for Just People. They have a show here tonight at the Doug Fir Lounge on Saturday, April 13th. Thanks for having us, Scott. We appreciate the interview. How you doing? All right?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Joe. I'm doing good. I'm excited to play here at the Doug Fir. This is one of my favorite venues in Portland.
Good stuff.
It has been for a long time, so I'm pretty stoked to play here.
Good stuff. So on your website, you are listed as being idealistic. And that really stood out to me, and I was wondering if you could elaborate on that a little bit further.
You know, the base of the band, like the basic structure of the band, it formed in Eugene, Oregon, and the concept of it at the beginning was to, you know, we spread all of our music for free. We gave it out. We'd have album releases, and we would give everything away for free. And kind of the idea was to spread like at least our message, our lessons that we have learned through the band. And another thing that is that the name Just People, that came to light in an idealistic fashion, where it's, you know, we're all on the same level here. Like no one's like above someone else. Like we're all just people doing our best at what we can here on this world. And so the idealism is a real thing, you know. And when we were first giving the albums away, like it was an amazing response. But as we kind of moved more and more through our music career, like the actual forces of the world became more prevalent. Like how do you survive while, you know, giving away the thing that you're creating, the thing that you're putting most of your energy into. And so the idealism of it has evolved from kind of a, you know, give everything that you do away to more of a valuing your self-worth, like live in the moment. You can accomplish anything if you believe you can, kind of keep moving forward idealism. So it's grown with us, and it's grown as the band has, and kind of evolved in a way.
Love the communal spirit, love the optimism, good stuff. What is the basis of your songwriting for the band? Do you come up with most of the songs? Is it a collaborative effort?
You know,
how does that work?
When we first formed, it was I had an extensive back catalog of about 300 songs that I kind of brought to the band. But as we have grown as a project, it's really become a community effort where we'll sit down and we'll start working on a riff, or we'll start working on an idea, and we'll build it and we'll grow together. And that's been an exciting kind of transition for us, because it allows for everyone to find their role in the band and really develop it and really dive in and create what they can with the music.
I will say on your website you have listed as relating to the human condition and people, and I definitely feel that within the music and the message of being really positive and being just people and people on this earth sharing in all those things. You guys came together in Eugene. Is there anything else about how you guys came together that you want to share with fans and people who are new to the band?
You know, the one thing that most of all that I love about this project is that these are my best friends, like playing together, and that's, I think, what really allows us to create something special. You know, like we actually enjoy being around each other, and I think that kind of atmosphere is really portrayed in our shows, because we tend to attract people who just want to love on each other and be in a positive environment. And so that's I think my favorite part about the project. You know, is we enjoy it. You know, we still enjoy it. It's been 5 years that we've been together as a band. Like 10 years that the project's been moving, but after these past 5 years, we still love being around each other, which I think is a special thing for, you know, as far as bands are concerned.
I want to talk about your awesome new album, Lightweight.
Yeah.
But prior to doing that, how many albums do you guys have?
Under the Just People project, we had 3 albums before and an EP. But you know, those started off as kind of basement projects, where it's just me and a Mac computer. And so over these years they've grown. Like the first album was just me, and then that's when we kind of got Ian and Alex and Todd on board, and we were able to record in a more professional setting. But it wasn't until this last album, Lightweight, that we were able to work with absolute professionals, like Justin Phelps, who's worked with Cake and Mars Volta, and Ed Brooks, who's worked with Pearl Jam and the Shins. Not to mention Worth, who helped produce the album, and the main producer, Chris Worth, yeah, and the main producer, David Rueda of Naya, who put his soul into that album. He worked harder than I've seen anyone work in my life to make sure that album came to fruition in the way that it did.
Sounds great. Released in February of 2013, is that correct?
Released February 2013 at the Star Theater, and that's our big project now. It's kind of just like, now that we have this album, like, how do we spread it?
Where can people find the album Lightweight?
People can find Lightweight on iTunes. They can find it on CD Baby. We got a Pandora station, or more importantly, justpeoplemusic.com. That's the main spot, justpeoplemusic.com.
It's hard to narrow you guys down to a genre. Soul rock is often used. Is that what you would consider?
That's kind of the place that we've called home this past year, because it kind of has that soul feeling to it, but also has those rock aspects in it. And that's, it's hard to find a genre for yourself. It's hard to kind of
I can see how it touches people's souls there.
Yeah, and I've noticed a lot of artists having trouble defining themselves, but like as far as like, a few words, that's where we feel we fit at the moment.
Do you have any hobbies outside of music?
I work with kids, and that's a lot of fun.
That's your day job?
Yeah, those kids, no matter what you do on the weekend, you go in there and you got to be honest with them, you got to be real with them, and that keeps me humble. So I like working with the kids.
You guys know where
and you guys are Portland based. You're playing at a Portland venue tonight. What other venues do you really enjoy playing at here in town?
A few that I love. Star Theater has great management and a great staff. We really have enjoyed playing at Refuge, which is kind of a venue that's just been gathering a lot of steam lately, more of a larger, like 1,000-person crowd venue. Someday Lounge is one of my favorites in town. And the good thing about Portland is that there's a lot of options. There are a lot of beautiful venues around town, and I think it's a great town for music. Like, it's
Absolutely,
a good place to be a band.
Without question. Upcoming events, upcoming shows. I know you're playing in Seattle next weekend, and there's some other things going on.
We're playing in Seattle at the High Dive with Theoretics, which are good friends up there, and they're a fantastic band. And then we have kind of a small tour down to California to play Hotel Utah, and a private event kind of in support of the new album. And it's always fun to get on the road as well.
Do you have idols within music and maybe outside of music?
I've always loved the Beatles, and that's just stuck with me. Like, lately we've been listening to a lot of Rival Sons, which as far as a band that's out there now is doing it the way that I want. That excites me. It shows me that kind of that rock and like putting effort into music is still alive. And then my mom and dad. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, Mom.
Any other shout-outs? Anybody else you want to say hello to or thank?
Our manager Colby Hayden does a lot of good work with Proper Villain Productions. He puts his heart into this whole project, and so gotta give him a shout-out as well.
Well, I really appreciate you sitting down with us. You guys are headed for great things.
Thank you,
and
sir.
Have a great show tonight.
Thank
Wish
you.
you the best.
I appreciate
All right.
that.
And once again, this is Joe signing off Portland from PortlandMusicLive.com. Check these guys out, Just People. Great up-and-coming band here in Portland. Until next time, deuces.
This is all busy for fire, having lit under their ass in a mighty silver bullet with a quarter tank of diesel gas. They had a lockbox with which they hid their stash against the rails, so fierce they